Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It's back on the scope again this good morning. It's Wednesday, hump day, everybody. Hump day, yep. It's hump day in America, all across the globe, actually. Just wanted to share with you this morning. We've been talking a lot about your digital stamp. And what that means to investors and what that should look like. Hey, Flipper House. Oh, Flipper House. I want to know more about you. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. We're talking about your profile and digital stamp. Hey, Hey, Moon Monkey. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Flipper House. We're talking about what the investors want to see in that digital stamp. If you ever want to go before investors, you should be here this morning because we're talking about some important things that you should be thinking about. I'm not going to be before you long. I believe in keeping my scopes to 15 minutes. That's what I'm working towards. This is Dr. Eve Angel Savage over at Audacity Group Social Enterprise, where we teach individuals to identify, initiate, and implement strategies for distinction in investment readiness in business. Hey, Holy Smoke Poet, good morning. You belong here too, Holy Smoke. Just because you are a poet doesn't mean you shouldn't have a digital stamp that's worthy of looking at. Good morning. Thank you for the beautiful hearts. I appreciate all of you. So tip number 1, and take notes because these things are important. Your profile should include some data. What do I mean by data? It should include qualitative and quantitative data inside your profile. That simply means how well are you doing? What are you doing in business and how well are you doing? And what are people saying about you? So be selective. Hey, Trent. Hey, Andre Chris. Good to see you this morning. We're talking about your digital stamp and what that means to investors. So the first tip we're sharing is that you should include selective data, quantitative and qualitative. That means numbers and words. What are people saying? Numbers and words. Metrics. You can measure the things you do. How many of? Who purchased? How did it grow you? Hey, Miss Echo Artist. We're talking about some important steps in your digital stamp. That's your profile for investors. And so you should be thinking about how you're going to measure the things that you do so that you can include, for example, I think the best way to do this is to give you an example. Say someone had a magazine piece. Yes, thank you so much. If you had a magazine and you sold so many of those magazines, what age group did you sell them to? What target market are you selling them to? Those are numbers. Then you want to have qualitative data. Qualitative data are things like, what did people say about you? Testimonials. The things that should be selectively in your profile somewhere so that investors do not have to question those things. The next tip number 2. Tip number 2 is that your vision statement. What do you envision for your business? And how will it uniquely empower those around you and give them a clear sense of your direction, motivation, and action for your business? Your vision statement, very, very important in any type of business. Even if you are a poet, an author, who are you trying to reach? Why are you trying to reach them? Author, what's your subject matter? Who are you trying to reach? Why are you trying to reach them? Business, who are you trying to reach? And why are you trying to reach them? The last thing is tip number 3 I'm going to share today. And that is, how will you progress? Investors always want to know, what are your strategies for progressing? Because they're looking for a return on their investment. Yes, they're always going to be looking for a return on their investments. Not necessarily an angel, though. Angels are there to empower you. They're there to help you grow. They're usually going to donate to those agencies that have some relevance to what their mission is, and so they're going to be looking to help. Thank you, Flipper House, for coming back. Share with your followers. Just shared 3 very important steps on what that digital stamp should include. And if you have any questions about that, Angel Coach, your Angel Coach, is always here to help you. I have coaching available. Periscope froze, I'm sorry. I also have some great things that I'm offering over at My Best PR. How to open your channels, how to position yourself to be your best PR. Thank you, Flipper House, for sharing. I appreciate you. Heart up, everybody. Hearts of credibility. That means that I've added some value. If I'm added some value to what you're doing, please heart it up and let me know that I did okay. Thank you so much. So anyway, that's my 3 tips for today. And your community. Yes, and your community. So who is here for the first time? Hey, Elite V77777. Who's here for the first time? I'm going to reset. This is Dr. Eva Angel Savage over at Audacity Group Social Enterprise, where I teach individuals to identify, initiate, and implement strategies for distinction for investment readiness. For those of you who are just joining me, get the replay, because I just added 3 very important steps that you should be adding to your digital stamp. When they Google you, sis, your web community. Oh, right. Thank you so much, Eco Artist. For those of you who don't know, we have an awesome web community that we're growing at bit.ly/pass-the-biz. Tomorrow we're going to be passing the biz. That means businesses that are going to be passing the baton all day long. We're going to be talking about business. So I want you guys, if you are available and want to participate, you have a product, a service, a book, then you want to be a part of our Pass the Biz. Tomorrow is Thursday. We have about 5 or 6 slots left. You can go over to bit.ly/pass-the-biz. Send me a message. I'll get you on the schedule for tomorrow. I have a few slots left. We're going to rock out in Periscope World tomorrow and get us some followers, build, community build, share, all those wonderful things. Another thing I want to share with you, while those 3 tips that I shared with you, there are so many more. But I want you guys to begin to think about positioning yourself as your best PR. No one knows your message or your product like you do, which means that you should be able to have and answer any question that someone has about your business. So excited to be before you today. My son's a little rocky on the ride today, but I'm good. So I want you to go over to bit.ly/mybestpr. It's a great day in America, folks. Thank you for all the beautiful hearts. I'm about to get off of my scope today. If this was of value to you, share with your followers. Come back again each day. Thank you. Have a great day, honey.